Another reason why women cheat is because they grew apart from their husbands. They grew apart from their boyfriends, right? Now, this could happen in many ways and many reasons. If you are wrong for each other in the first place, chances are you're gonna grow apart because your values are different. You after you start embarking on life together, you realize that like you're not really right for each other. But a lot of times it's also because after you get married or after you get together, you neglected each other and you took each other for granted. You did not continue building the relationship so you can grow together. Now, the sad news is that marriage is not the end. In fact, marriage is only the very beginning of your journey together, of your adventure together. Let's say you get married at 30 years old. There's still a good 40 to 50 years ahead of you for you to live your lives together as a couple, as soulmates, as a life partner, someone to do life with, to grow old with, and go through everything in life together with, right? A lot of couples, after they got married, they got caught up in routine, in the mundane stuff like paying bills, going to work, taking care of their kids, and whatnot. After a while, they forgot to communicate. They forgot to do little sweet things with each other. They forgot to date each other, which is pretty important, right? So after a while, now this is something that can happen slowly. You might be right for each other at the point you got married. But in 5 to 10 years, if you don't grow together, if you don't ask your other half what's happening in their lives, like maybe something happened in work that totally changed his worldview about friends and finances. You didn't know that because you were just too busy like making sure your kids have the right tuition, making sure that the electricity bills are paid, and so on and so forth. So if you don't put in the effort to communicate and grow together, in 5 to 10 years, you might start realizing that the person sleeping next to you is a total stranger. Their personality and character has totally changed. Their worldview have totally changed. And you have no idea, simply because you have dropped the ball. You forgot to communicate with each other and grow together, right?
Thank you so much for listening. But before we continue, do you have a friend who is still single? Get them to scan this QR code with Wowwwz so they can get introduced to the love of their lives today. Just type WOWWZ and you can find us on the App Store or Play Store. You can change their lives today. So please, share this with them. It's free. Links and details can also be found in the description below. Thank you.
If your careers took a very different path and you are not in sync in your worldview of the world, you will also start to feel a gap widening in terms of mindset of how you think about finances, how you think about jobs, and how you think about personal improvement. So a lot of couples I know started to grow apart because they start taking each other for granted and they don't put in the effort to communicate and grow together, right? Sometimes it's also because of different life goals. Maybe someone is more ambitious than the other. If that happens, the chances of you growing apart can be higher than usual. And so in a relationship or marriage where the woman has grown apart from her husband, it's a very fragile relationship because you don't really know each other well anymore and you don't feel that emotional connection that soulmates should have anymore. And when the temptation arises, it's very easy for you to succumb to that. Or you might just realize flat out that after 10 years, you are just not the right partner to do life with each other anymore. If you are single, chances are you get a divorce. If you don't have kids, chances are you get a divorce and find someone else. But if we have kids, it can be more complicated. But today, you see more and more couples just get a divorce and just raise the kids together, but go on to find someone they are truly compatible with. But if you still if you still neglect to communicate and grow together with your other half, the same thing will happen again. I know some couples who started off as the right person for each other, but over the years, they started to grow apart. One reason is also because the wife started to stay at home to take care of the kids, and because of that, the guy did very well in his career. Well, it is not a bad thing, but how do I put it? Because the woman has been so caught up with with house chores and is totally blocked off from the business world, from the corporate world and everything. After a while, the guy feels that he can't really relate to the wife anymore, and vice versa. She will start to feel that, oh, is my husband cheating outside? She start to worry about self-esteem and stuff like that, and because of that, their relationship is very strained, and they don't feel an emotional connection to each other anymore. And because of that, when she met someone in her circle of friends that really started to understand her challenges and her feelings and emotions, she felt that being in that marriage is not something that she wants to do, that she wants to be with the other person that she met that can give her that can truly understand her, to really know her. You get what I mean? So, women can cheat when they have grown apart from their husbands, right? Or boyfriends. But boyfriends, that one, it happens as well, but the ramifications are not as big. I mean, if that happened to you when you were still boyfriend girlfriend, then realize that you need to grow together as a couple. You need to put in the effort to communicate and grow together. Some people, it's just not right. Like you just can't grow together because you want different things in life. So that's a very important question that we ask in the app as well. So make sure you continue building relationship together, so that the temptation to cheat when opportunity arises doesn't happen. So yeah, women do cheat and are at a higher risk of cheating when they have grown apart from the other half.
Thank you so much for tuning in. Do you agree on what I've just shared? If you have any thoughts or interesting stories to tell me, do let me know by leaving a comment down below. I'd love to hear from you guys. The love of your life is probably your friend's friend right now, and we can introduce you to the 60,000 single guys or 60,000 single girls in your extended network through this graph that we have built. So if you are single or know anyone who's single, do share this with them and get them to scan this QR code right here to meet other amazing single people in KL. Or if you're in Singapore, you can scan this one. You can also scan the QR codes in the descriptions below to meet other working professionals, students, lawyers, accountants, and people who like the same things and think the same way as you. Lastly, remember to like, share, and subscribe so more people can find true love. Alright? If you want to know why I've dedicated the past 10 years of my life trying to build an app that can help everyone find true love, you can watch this video right here, or read about my 10-year startup journey in the links below. Subscribe, and someone will meet the love of their lives today.